Hey friends, welcome back. I'm glad that you're joining me again today. If we've never met before, my name is Sharon and I'm happy that you're studying with me today. So if you've clicked on this video, I'm pretty sure the reason is because you have to write an essay. And so first let me tell you that writing takes time, but it doesn't have to be painful. And if you really hate writing, I hope that you start with this video to give you some motivation to get going. Sometimes the hardest part of the writing process is just getting your ideas. When we have our ideas, it makes it so much easier to sit down and write. If you come to your computer and you look at your keyboard and you're like, oh, I've got to write this essay, and you have no idea what you're going to say, that's when you have problems. That's when you get frustrated. So it's really important to start your writing process with generating ideas, getting the vocabulary that you need to be successful. So that's what we're going to do today. Today I'm going to focus on climate change because it's not only is it an important topic, it's a topic a lot of people are talking about. And so I think it lends itself well to developing an academic essay about it. So what we will do together is brainstorm vocabulary, think of ideas about the topic. Our topic today is climate change. And I'll also take you on a search for credible sources. So this is really going to be a 3-part series. So you can watch a short video, think about, try what I recommend that you do, and then come back and watch the second and third video when you're ready. Again, the goal is to give you motivation so you just sit down and write the paper and you don't wait until the night before. Don't do that. It's really not a good idea. All right, so what you are going to do by yourself, I'm not going to do for you, but I know you're smart and you're capable. And once you have the motivation, these are the things that you'll be able to do by yourself. You're going to read your sources. You're going to plan and organize your ideas. Oh, actually, you know, let me write some numbers here because this is a little bit confusing. Sorry about that. There you go. So first you're going to read your sources, then you'll create a thesis statement, you'll plan and organize your ideas, write your paper, and then finally revise and edit your paper. So before we do anything else, the first question you should always consider when you have a writing assignment is, what do I need to do? What has my teacher asked me to do? What is the purpose of my essay? So some examples, do you need to write an informative essay where you're just giving information? Do you need to write a persuasive essay where you need to make an argument? Okay. Are you writing problem solution where you describe a problem and then you give solutions? Are you writing a cause-effect essay where you're focusing on describing causes or effects? I don't know. You have to be familiar with what you need to write. I'm also going to add on here, it's a good idea to take a look at any rubric that your teacher gives you. If your teacher tells you this is the rubric for your paper, you need to be very aware of what is on that paper so you know how you will be graded. And then finally, when is your paper due? So if your paper is due in 4 weeks, okay? 4 weeks from now, so this is today. You need to make deadlines for yourself. What are you going to finish by the end of week 1? What will you finish by the end of week 2, 3, and 4? Okay, so you're not rushing to finish everything. So if you know that your essay is due a month from now, you work backward. So, you know, essay, what you're going to do in week 4, you're going to revise and edit. Hopefully just edit. Week 3, you'll have your essay done. You're gonna, again, you'll be revising. maybe editing if you're far enough along. So that means in week 2, you need to draft your first, I'll write your first, you need to have your first draft done. Okay. Week 1, so if you're on your very first week and it's 4 weeks from now, this is due, you need to find your sources, make an outline. Okay. So that's just a very rough idea of what you need to do to plan ahead. And I know you're looking at that and you're like, oh, sources, make an outline. That's like so easy. I don't need to spend a lot of time doing that. But the truth is, a lot of work for an essay is done here. If you do a good job on finding your sources and making an outline, the rest of it is super easy. If you do not spend time finding sources and making an outline, because, it's really not important, and you're like, no, drafting is important, that's when you have problems. If you spend a lot of time preparing, the rest of this is not going to be so bad. Okay. All right, so let's get into this topic about climate change. I did a little bit of research myself, and I selected some ideas to get you interested in this topic. So did you know that in the past 100 years, global sea levels have risen 8 inches, in other words, 20.3 centimeters. That's just in the last 100 years. Also, the world's oceans have become 30% more acidic since the Industrial Revolution began. It's a little surprising, 30%. And finally, 800 million people may be affected by climate change in the coming years as droughts, floods, and extreme weather events become more common. One of the things that we see frequently in the news are stories about people who are migrating to other places, and a lot of that migration is caused has a root cause in global warming. And when we compete for resources, it causes wars. So a lot of things are caused indirectly by climate change. So this is a really important topic. It affects a lot of people, and it's controversial. People don't always agree about what we should do or what the exact causes are, but we do see effects in our world, all over the world. All right, so this video in particular is focusing on generating ideas and vocabulary for writing about climate change. So first, you have to find sources, okay? And we'll do a little bit of practice with that together. And then you're going to create a word cloud. So I am going to show you how to do this. I don't expect you to know how to do this. In fact, I'm telling the truth, I actually learned how to do this morning, and it wasn't that bad. So if I can learn it in the matter of like 15 minutes, you will be okay. So what is a word cloud? Let me show you, and then I'll show you how to make one yourself. So here is a word cloud. I took 2 articles from nasa.org, and I found these articles by searching for what is climate change. So what I did for this particular visual, this word cloud, I copied and pasted the text into a Word document because I wanted the word cloud to analyze 2 web pages. And then I uploaded that file into wordclouds.com. Okay, so let me show you how we do that. I'm going to make myself go away, so don't freak out. I'm still going to be here. You'll hear my voice. All right, so I'm going to bring word clouds over here. All right, so this is wordclouds.com, and you're going to open a file. And I already have them here. Let's do this first one. it's really taking a long time. Okay. All right. So what it does is it analyzes that document. I'll make myself come back up so you can see me. I think I want this one. Oh, there I am. Okay. Come down here. So what you're looking for here, you can choose a shape. So depending on what you want to use, I chose this like warning sign because I thought that that was appropriate for climate change. But you have all different kinds of shapes here you can use. There's also letters. You can make it colorful, or you can upload your own image. I haven't tried to do that, so can't recommend that yet. Let's just say we want to do, how about this tree? I did a different tree later. All right, and there we go. So it's analyzing that document and pulling out the most common words and putting it into a word cloud. Okay. You can change the size. You can change the colors if you want. It's up to you. You can change the font. So play with it and figure out what looks good to you. I kind of like that this one has red and orange and yellow. It kind of makes you think about like warm and hot. Yeah, super cool, huh? Now you can also use a website directly. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to go out here to, I'm going to put in my search terms this time were causes of climate change. I think a little bit later I'm going to talk about how to choose search terms, but just right now I'll tell you it really helps if you can get good search terms into Google. It will really help you figure out good sources. If you use just random words, sometimes it doesn't work very well. So I'm going to go to NASA because they're a pretty reputable resource. And I'm looking at this website. I'm going to make myself go away again. So I'm looking at this website and I think, yeah, causes of climate change. This looks really good. I wonder how a word cloud would look. So I'm going to copy and paste this site into my word cloud and let's see what happens. Okay, very good. Well, this one, I want to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to invert it. With invert, you can see it leaves an empty space here and then puts the words around it. So that's what it looks like when it's inverted, if that's interesting to you. Let's try changing the colors. I like themes because I'm not great at picking out the words by myself. And there you go. Okay. So that is how you make a word cloud. Let me bring everything back up here. All right. Okay, we left off here. All right, I think I'm ready. From current slide. Here we go. Nope. Haha. Here we go. Okay, so this is where we left off. So depending on your search terms, you're going to find different sources. Okay? And depending on what you put into that word cloud, you're going to end up with different most common words. So if you're searching for causes of climate change or effects of climate change, your word cloud is going to look different. Okay? So let me show you another example. This is, I took two sources and I copied and pasted those sources into a Word document because I wanted to analyze two sources. And then I put those into this word cloud and my search terms were, what is climate change? Now this is a little bit different. than this one, which is what are the causes of climate change? Let's take a minute and let's analyze these two. So this one we see climate, earth, warming, temperature, greenhouse, energy, might. Oh, that's interesting. This modal of possibility. CO2, changing, carbon, atmosphere, sea, gases, weather. Now, causes. Okay, we see words like natural activities, science, solar. I wonder what they mean by solar. Why would solar be a cause of climate change? So you can see that sometimes word clouds can give you ideas about what to continue to search for in research so you understand. Let's see. Heat, irradiance. What does that mean? If you don't know, this is something to consider researching after you make your word cloud. Temperature, global, atmospheric again. So there's that idea of atmosphere. How does that fit into this discussion of climate change? Okay, sun, energy, gases again. Burning, observed, trend. So you're getting the idea. There's a lot of words here that can help you not only plan what you're going to say, but when it's time for you to start writing and you need to access vocabulary to write your ideas, you can refer to your word cloud and to help you think of, oh yeah, I was going to say that, or I need to say that, or I need to say something else. All right, so these are two specific sources that I mentioned in this presentation. In the next presentation, we'll start getting into how to plan your essay on climate change. Thanks for hanging in there with me today, and I'll see you next time.